What's up, motherfucker?
Hold on, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
People that are in those training rooms with him know how good he is.
Because he just knocks dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. He just, to me, I thought he was a con artist.
No,
just based off his look.
They're at edge. Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Easy Money and Sports Betting Show, Thursday, March 24th, 2022. Well, do we have a packed show for you today? We're going to talk about the NBA, go through today's slate of games of the NBA. We got the March Madness Sweet 16 tipping off here this evening. We'll break down those games, and I'll give out my picks for that. Then we'll also talk about the big UFC fight night this Saturday. Main event is Curtis Blaydes and DAUKUS. We'll break down all those fights and give out our preview and predictions on that. So we got a packed show today. Don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. We're giving out winners. My picks were 6-2 yesterday. Hoping to have another great day today. You can also find our sports talk show, GSR, Gonzo Sports Room. It's also live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at 7 p.m. Eastern, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We also have a pro wrestling podcast, GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room. You can find it in Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts, most places you listen to podcasts. You can find it at Gonzo's Wrestling Room. And then you also find the video version on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. While you're over there on Gonzo Sports Room YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. We'd greatly appreciate it. If you're watching on Facebook and Twitch, please hit the follow and like buttons. We'd greatly appreciate that as well. But all right, you guys ready to jump into today's slate of games? Let's see if we can get some of that easy money today. Like I said, I had a good day yesterday. My picks were 6-2 yesterday on the NBA games. Today we'll start in the NBA, then we'll move over to the March Madness Sweet 16 games. And then after that, we're going to talk UFC Fight Night, Blaydes versus DAUKUS. We got a packed show today. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into the NBA games for today. First game we have is the Cleveland Cavaliers versus at the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors are 5-point favorites in this game. They are minus 196 on the money line. Cleveland is plus 164 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 215. The Cavs have been a surprise team this year. They're 41-31 on the year. This is the first time they've been over 500 this late in the season since LeBron James left Cleveland. They have been struggling here a little bit lately. They are 3-2 straight up their last 5. And Rondo is out tonight, so that affects some of their depth. The Raptors are 40-32 on the season. They are 3-2 their last 5 as well, and they are also 6-2 ATS their last 8. So they have been good against the spread here as of late. I like the Cavs here at the +5 with Garland and the guys they have. I know, yes, it hurts you depth wise with Rondo not being there. Raptors do play good defense, so I like the under the 215 in this game. But I like the Cavs at the +5. I think 5 is just too many points. This is going to be I think this is going to be a close contested game, and 5 points is just too many points. And then I like the under the 215 because both these teams can play decent defense. All right. Next game is the Chicago Bulls at the New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelicans are 2-point favorites at home. They are -126 on the money line. The Bulls are +108 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 225.5. The Bulls are 42-30 on the season, but they've been struggling here as of late. They've lost 7 of their last 10 games, and they are 5-17-1 ATS their last 23 road games. So they have not been good against the spread on the road either. They've had problems with injuries. I thought they were starting to get healthy again, but they just haven't been able to put together here as of late. They're a talented team. They're led by DeRozan. Also, Levine is capable of taking games over, but they got to get healthy and stay healthy. Pelicans are 30-42. They're 4-1 ATS their last 5. Ingram is doubtful for this game. They'll still have Lowry. The Pelicans have been a lot better with Lowry. I'm surprised that they've shut Williamson down for the season because they're right there for a chance to be in the play-in. And they need Ingram healthy. If Ingram don't play tonight, they're going to struggle. I think they're going to struggle some. So I'm going to go with the Bulls here at the money line at +108. I think the Bulls are going to get out of their funk, and beating the Pelicans team that's not going to be at full strength is going to help. I like the Bulls on the money line. The over and under 225.5. I would lean toward the over the 225.5 in this game because neither one of these. I mean, the Bulls play pretty good defense. The Pelicans' defense isn't really that great. I would lean toward the over the 225.5. All right, next game we have the Indiana Pacers at the Memphis Grizzlies. This game starts at 8:10 p.m. Eastern tonight. The Grizzlies are 12.5-point favorites at home. They are -900 on the money line. The Pacers are +610 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 237.5. I'm a big Pacers fan. Live here in Indiana, but the Pacers have been terrible this season. They blew up the team. But actually made a trade that I kind of liked, other than I didn't want to lose the bonus. But I like picking up Halliburton. Halliburton, I think, is going to be a star. But injuries, even after they made the trades, injuries have killed them. And they lost last night by a point to the Sacramento Kings. And then now they got the Grizzlies, who just beat the Nets without John Morant. The Pacers are 25-48 on the season. This is a second, like I just said, this is the second game of a back-to-back for them. They lost last night to the Kings. They are 4-6 straight up their last 10 games, and they are 32-37-3 ATS on the season. Just hasn't been a great season for the Pacers at all this year. The Grizzlies are 38-35. They are 25-10 at home. They've been great at home. They're 7-3 ATS their last 10, or 7-3 straight up their last 10, excuse me. And they're 49-26-0 ATS on the season. Like I said, they beat the Brooklyn Nets last night without John Morant. So I don't think they're going to have much trouble with the Pacers tonight. I think Memphis wins this game, but 12.5 points are just too many points. I'm taking the Pacers here at the +12.5. Pacers have lost a lot of games, but they've been competitive. If you look and see how many close games they've lost a lot more close games than they have getting blown out. I don't see the Grizzlies beating them by more than 12.5 tonight. So I like the Pacers +12.5. And I'm going to go under the 237.5. I think that's too big of a number. I would go with the under to 237.5. I do like the Pacers at the plus 12.5 here. 12.5 is just too many points. The Pacers are, like I said, they're not a great team, but they have been a competitive team. And I look for this to be a close game. Next game we have is the Washington Wizards at the Milwaukee Bucks. The Wizards are a team that's been struggling. Injuries have hurt them. And they're facing the Bucks team that's finally getting healthy and been playing good ball. And the Bucks team is one of the teams that are favored to come out of the East. The Bucks are 9-point favorites at home. They're minus 450 on the money line. Washington Wizards are plus 350 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 229.5. Like I said, the Wizards have struggled this year. They're 30-41 on the season, and they are 2-8 their last 10 games. They are 8-20-1 ATS their last 29 road games. So they haven't been good on the road either. The Bucks are 45-27 on the season. They're 8-2 their last 10. They are 7-2 ATS their last 9. Chris Middleton is going to be out for this game tonight, but they still have enough depth where I think they'll take care of the Bucks. I really don't like giving up 9 points, but I would lean toward the Bucks at the -9, and I would lean toward the under the 229.5. So I'll lean toward the Bucks, but I just don't like the 9. I think the 9 is right on the borderline. Just in an NBA game, 9's a lot of points. Then we have the Phoenix Suns at the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets are 4-point favorites at home. They are minus 180 on the money line. The Suns are plus 152 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 231.5. The Suns are 58-14 on the season. This is the second game of a back-to-back for them. They beat the Timberwolves last night. The Nuggets are 43-30. They're 7 games above 500 at home. So Nuggets have been a good team at home. Jokic is putting up MVP numbers again this season. Actually putting up better numbers this season than they did last season when he won the MVP. But the Nuggets are 1-4 ATS for the last 5 home games. So here as of late, they haven't covered the spread at home. I like the Phoenix Suns tonight at +4. Or even I'm leaning toward taking them at the money line +152. I know they don't have Chris Paul still. They say he'll be back soon. But Booker's been balling. And I mean, they have more than just Booker. They have a pretty complete team. So I'm going to take the Phoenix Suns here at the +4. I think this will be a close game. I think the Suns win, but if they do lose, it's going to be by just a couple points. I like the Suns at the +4 here, and I'll lean toward the over the 231.5. All right, that's all of the NBA games for tonight. Let's jump over to some college basketball and let's talk some Sweet 16. Got 4 Sweet 16 games tonight, 4 Sweet 16 games tomorrow, and then Saturday and Sunday we'll figure out the Elite 8. Here we go with let's move on to March Madness Sweet 16. First game we have tonight, 7:09 p.m. Eastern Time. You have Arkansas against Gonzaga. Gonzaga is a 10-point favorite at home. They're minus 530 on the money line. Arkansas is plus 390 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 154.5. Arkansas is coming off a win over New Mexico State to advance to the Sweet 16. They're a strong defensive team. They are 14-5-1 ATS their last 20 games. They're also 17-3 straight up their last 20 games. I know Arkansas is a big underdog in this game, but Arkansas isn't a bad team. They are a very good basketball team. Gonzaga is coming off a win over Memphis. They are 1-4 ATS their last 5. And they've been getting off to slow starts in games. They played North Texas in the first round, and North Texas led for a lot of that game before they fell apart, and Gonzaga blew them out. A lot of them falling apart was when their big guy got hurt. And then if you look at Gonzaga and Memphis, Memphis was right there with Gonzaga most of that game. And Gonzaga's been getting off to slow starts in the first half. As good defensively as Arkansas is, if you get off to a slow start and you let them jump out to a big lead, it's going to be a lot harder to come back on Arkansas than it has been Memphis and North Texas, because them teams are just not as strong defensively as Arkansas. But I think Gonzaga wins this game, but it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if Arkansas pulls out the upset. I like Arkansas here at the plus 10. 10 points is too many points. I think it's going to be a close game, and I like the under the 154 and a half in this game. I like Arkansas at the plus 10. All right, next week's 16 game we have is Michigan against Villanova. Villanova is a 5-point favorite. They're a minus 230 on the money line. Michigan is plus 188 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 135. Michigan's coming off a win over Tennessee to advance to the Sweet 16. They're led by Dickinson, who averages 19 points per game. Michigan is 6-4 their last 10, and they've won 2 straight. Michigan's a team, I'll be honest with you, I was surprised when they made the tournament, especially I thought if they made the tournament, they would be a first 4 team. Instead, Indiana was a first 4 team, which didn't make a lot of sense. But Michigan is also a team that is playing their best at the right time. They are peaking at the right time. I don't know what Joanne Howard did. But this Michigan team that's been playing in the NCAA tournament is not the same Michigan team that we've seen play all regular season. They were playing at a different level. Is that level going to be enough to beat Villanova? We'll see. Villanova's coming off a win over Ohio State. They're led by Aleski, who averages 16 points per game. Villanova's won 9 of their last 10 games, and they've won 6 straight. So Villanova's a very good basketball team. But I can actually see Michigan winning. I just think Michigan is one of those teams like you see every year in the March Madness tournament. I like Michigan here at the plus 5, and then I also like the over the 135. I like Michigan at the plus 5 here. I just think even if Villanova wins this game, this is going to be a real close game. And Michigan's playing their best basketball at the right time of the year. Next game we have is Texas Tech at Duke. Texas Tech is a 1-point favorite in this game. This game is a pick 'em. Both of them are minus 110 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 136 and a half. Texas Tech's coming off a win over a good Notre Dame team to advance to the Sweet 16. Texas Tech is a great defensive team. They're a really good defensive team. They can struggle on offense at times. They're 4-1 straight up their last 5 games. Duke's coming off a win over Michigan State. And Duke is starting to look like they might be getting hot at the right time. Uh, they struggled there toward the end of the season, got beat by North Carolina in Coach K's last home game, then got beat by Virginia Tech in the conference tournament. They're led by Banchero, who averages 19 points per game. They're 1-5 ATS their last 6 games. I just think that Texas Tech is going to be able to cause them a lot of trouble defensively. I like Texas Tech in this game, and I would lean toward the under the 136 and a half. I do like Texas Tech on the money line here. The under 136 and a half. And then we have one more Sweet 16 game to cap off college basketball for tonight, and it is Houston against Arizona. Arizona is a 1.5-point favorite. They're minus 134 on the money line. Houston is plus 112 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 146.5. Houston's a 5 seed. Arizona's a 1 seed. Houston is coming off a win over Illinois to advance to the Sweet 16. Houston has won 5 games in a row. They've also won 9 of their last 10, and they are also 5-0 ATS their last 5. Houston is a very good basketball team. Arizona is also a very good basketball team, so this is going to be a fun game to watch tonight. Arizona beat TCU in overtime in their last game to advance to the Sweet 16. They're led by Mathurin with 18 points per game. Arizona has also won 8 straight games. So these are two teams that have been playing good basketball at the right time of the year. I picked Arizona to win the whole tournament at the beginning of it. So so I'm staying with Arizona here, even though I think this is going to be one hell of a basketball game. But I see Arizona coming out on top. I like Arizona at the minus 134 on the money line. And then I would lean toward the under the 146.5. All right, that is all the college basketball for today. So now let's move over. Let's talk some UFC. A big UFC fight night this Saturday. Pull it up real quick. You have a big UFC fight night this Saturday. Blades against Dawkins is the main event. So we're going to jump in right in these fights, and we're going to break down the prelims first, and then we'll break through the main card for the UFC fight night. Blades versus Dawkins. All right, first fight we have on the prelim card is Bruno Souza against Luis Saldana. Souza is a minus 120 favorite. Saldana is a minus 102. So this fight's almost a pick 'em. Real close fight. Souza's 26 years old. Saldana is 31. Souza is 10-2 in MMA. He has a karate background. He has good kicks. He has 7 wins by decision, 1 win by KO or TKO, and 2 wins by submission. So most Souza's path to victory is by decision. He did lose his last fight by a unanimous decision to Henry Moan right in there. And then Saldana is 15-7. Has a 3-inch reach advantage in this fight. Cardio can be a question here. Cardio could be an issue. In a lot of his fights toward the end, he starts to die off. He lost his last fight by unanimous decision to Lingo. He does have good striking. Has 1 win by decision, 7 wins by knockout, 7 wins by submission. Souza has decent striking, but I just think that Saldana is going to be is going to have the more effective striking in this fight. And I'm going with Saldana on the money line. Next fight that we have is David Dvorak against Matthias Nicolou. Dvorak is a minus 124 favorite. Nicolau is a plus 102 underdog. Dvorak is 20-3. He has good kicks, good pressure. He also has good grappling. But he's going to have good forward pressure. He's going to keep Nicolau on the defense. He just puts a lot of pressure on his opponent. He has 8 wins by decision. Excuse me. Yeah, Horvath also has a 2-inch reach advantage. He has 4 wins by decision, 8 wins by knockout or TKO, and 8 wins by submission. Nicolau is 17-3-1. He has good kicks, decent grappling. Dvorak's going to be the better striker in this fight. Nicolau has 8 wins by decision, 4 wins by KO or TKO, and 5 wins by submission. I like Dvorak here on the money line at the -124. Next fight is Jennifer Maia against Nona Firo. Maia is 33 years old, 19-18-1. She has great grappling, 2-3 her last 5. Her striking's not very good. She took this fight on 2 weeks' notice. She does have 10 wins by decision, 3 wins by knockout or TKO, and 6 wins by submission. Firat is 32 years old. She's 8-1. She has good kicks. She has decent grappling, but she has great striking, and she does have some power. She's going to have a 1-inch reach advantage in this fight, which isn't really not a big deal. She does have 2 wins by decision, 8 wins by knockout or TKO. Excuse me, that's the wrong one. 2 wins by decision, 6 wins by knockout or TKO. She's 5-0 in her last 5. I like Firat to win this fight, but at -480, that's pretty steep to do on the money line. So we'd have to go on a prop bet on that. But I do like Firat to win this fight. Next fight on the preliminaries is Kizarev against Tulin. Kizarev is 13-0. He has good grappling, good kick, but his striking isn't elite. He is explosive, and he has 4 wins by submission, 4 wins by decision, 5 wins by knockout or TKO, and 4 wins by submission. Tulin is 33 years old. He's 10-5. He's aggressive, and he has good power. He has 2 wins by decision, 8 wins by knockout or TKO. I like Krizev in this fight, but at -750, he's a big favorite. That's too steep. But I would like Krizev to win this fight by finish. Would be the way I would lean. And let's see what kind of odds we can get on Krizev win by. If we go method of victory, you get Krizev to win by KO or TKO at +340. There's good value there. But there would also be one I would be more interested in would be, let me see, double chance. Let's see what they give us at the double chance. Krizev to win by KO or TKO or submission, you get at -300. Or you can get Krizev to win by KO, TKO, or on points at +160. So method of victory is going to get you the best value. All right, next fight. We have Chris Gutierrez against Dana Batgirl. Gutierrez is a +120 underdog. Batgirl is a -148 favorite. Gutierrez is 17-3-2. He has good striking, good kicks, decent wrestling. He's won 9 fights by decision, 7 wins by knockout or TKO, and he has 8 wins or 1 win by submission. And he won his last fight by split decision over Caleres. Batgirl is 32 years old, 10-2. Has great striking, great pressure on his feet, high volume, 3 inches reach advantage in this fight. This guy's fun to watch. He has 2 wins by decision, 6 wins by knockout or TKO, 2 wins by submission, and he won his last fight by knockout or TKO over Davis. I like Batgirl here at the minus 148 on the money line. All right, next fight is Carol Rosa against Sarah McMahon. Rosa is a minus 220 favorite. McMahon is a plus 176 underdog. Rosa is 27 years old. She's 15-3. She has great takedown defense, which she's going to need in this fight against McMahon. McMahon's an Olympic silver medalist in freestyle wrestling. So McMahon is an elite grappler, elite wrestler. So Rose is going to need the takedown defense in this fight, definitely, or she's going to win. She is 5-0 her last 5. She's a good volume striker, and she has an inch and a half reach advantage in this fight. She has 9 wins by decision, 2 wins by knockout or TKO, 4 wins by submission, and she's coming off a win over Beth Correa. McMahon is 41 years old, 12-6, 3-2 her last 5. She has great wrestling. She has decent boxing. Her defense is what's questionable. Defense on her feet and defense on the mat. And she's been kind of inconsistent. When she's at her best, can she beat Rosa? Yes. You just never know which Sarah McMahon you're getting. She has 6 wins by decision, 1 win by knockout or TKO, 5 wins by submission. She is coming off a loss to Pena, who is the champion. McMahon got submitted by her. I can see McMahon winning this fight, but like I said, it's just which McMahon comes out. But I think Rosa's takedown defense is going to be good enough. And I like Rosa here at the minus 220 on the money line. All right, that is all of your prelims for the UFC Fight Night Blades versus Daukus. Now let's jump into the main card. All right, first fight of the main card to kick off the main card. You have Mark Dakizi against Vyacheslav Borshev. Dakizi is a plus 134 underdog. Borshev is a minus 164 favorite. Dakizi is 29 years old, 14-5. Is a good striker. 2-3 in his last 5. He lost his last fight by submission to Alves. He is going to have a 4-inch reach advantage in this fight. He has 7 wins by decision, 6 wins by knockout or TKO. He also has 1 win by submission. The problem with Dakizi, he's been inconsistent. One time you'll watch him fight and he'll look like, hey, this dude's going to be a star. He's going to move up this division and compete. And then you watch him again and he'll be more passive and just a totally different fighter. And you're like, man, I don't know if this guy belongs. Borshev is 30 years old. He's 6-1. Has great kickboxing, great power as well. 4-1 his last 5. He has 1 win by decision, 5 wins by knockout or TKO. Won his last fight by TKO against Bush. I like Borshev in this fight at the minus 164 in the money line. He's the more consistent fighter. He has good power, and I just seen him be able to land on Dakizi. I think this could be a real competitive fight. I like Borshev here at the minus 164 in the money line. Next fight is kind of funny because I feel like I've been watching this guy fight for fucking ever. You have Aleski Olynyk versus Ellard Latifi. Olynyk is a plus 172 underdog. Latifi is a minus 215 favorite. Olynyk is 44 years old. That's why I feel like I've been watching him for fucking ever. He's 59, 16-1 in MMA. 59, 16-1. And the dude's 44 years old and still fight. That's way too many fights to be putting your body through. But he's lost 3 in a row. He has 2-3 his last 5. He has decent striking. He has great grappling. I mean, great grappling. Uh, you don't want to get underneath him for sure. He's going to have a 7-inch reach advantage in this fight. He has 5 wins by decision. Eight wins by knockout or TKO, and 46 wins by submission. So his way to finish the fight is going to be by submission. Latifi is 38. He's 16-8, and he's 2-3 his last 5. He has good takedown defense, and he has pretty good striking, good boxer. He has 5 wins by decision, 5 wins by knockout or TKO, and 6 wins by decision. Uh, Latifi's cardio worries me, and I see Olynyk getting this fight to the ground. So I'm taking the underdog here. I like Olynyk here. That's a plus 172 on the money line. I see Olynyk getting them down and being able to get the submission. Next fight on the main card this one right here is going to be a banger. You got Askar Askarov against Calcara France. This fight's it's going to be a good fight. Askarov's a minus 375 favorite. I can't believe he's that big of a favorite in this fight. Calcara France is a plus 285 underdog. Askarov is 29 years old. He's 14-0. Dude's good. Don't get me wrong. I still can't believe he's just that big of a favorite over Calcara France in this fight. But he's 14-0. He has great grappling, has good power, decent striking, and he's coming off a win of Benavidez. But Benavidez was a shell of himself. He wasn't prime. It wasn't prime Benavidez that he beat. He has 4 wins by decision, 3 wins by knockout or TKO, and 7 wins by submission. And he is 4-0, 4-0-1 his last 5. Cara France is 29 years old. He's 23-9. He has good power. 3-2 his last 5. He has good striking and good boxing as well. So on the feet, this is going to be a fun fight. France is going to have a 2-inch reach advantage. He's coming off a win over Barbarena. He has 9 wins by decision, 11 wins by KO or TKO, and 3 wins by submission. Askarov's the big favorite in this fight. I see Cara France winning this fight. I think he has good enough striking here, and I think he can hurt Askarov. So I'm going with the underdog here at the plus 285 in Cara France. And always go chalk. I just see Cara France's striking. He's been on a roll here lately, and his striking has improved. And I think he has the power that he can hurt Askarov. So if France can keep this fight on the feet, and France isn't a slouch on the ground, but if he can keep this fight on the feet, I think he has a good chance of winning this fight. All right, next fight we have on the main card is Brian Barbarena against Matt Brown. Barbarena is a minus 110 favorite. Matt Brown's at minus 110. This fight's a pick 'em, and this fight should be good. Barbarena is 16-8. He has good striking. He's 2-3 his last 5 fights. His grappling's okay, but it's not elite by any means. Has 4 wins by decision, 10 wins by knockout or TKO, and he has 2 wins by submission. He has good kicks. Brown's 41 years old. He's another guy I feel like I've been watching forever, but he still can fight. And he's still competitive, and I think he's going to win this fight. He's 23-18. He has good striking. 3-2 his last 5. He has decent volume. He's pretty aggressive. He does have good power, and he's going to have a 4-inch reach advantage in this fight. He has 2 wins by decision, 15 wins by knockout or TKO, 6 wins by submission. I just don't think Barbarena has enough offense. I think Matt Brown's going to be able to withstand what Barbarena can throw at him. So I like Matt Brown here in this fight. Next fight is the co-main event of the evening, as you have Alexa Grosso against Joanne Wood. Grosso is a minus 250 favorite. Wood is a plus 198 underdog. Grosso is 28 years old. She's 13-3, has good boxing, good and has very good volume. Has good takedown defense, which could be a key in this fight. She's 3-2 her last 5. She has 9 wins by decision, 4 wins by KO or TKO. But one hole in her game is her grappling defense can be questionable. But that's the same thing for Wood as well. Joanne Wood is 15-7. She likes to work from the clinch. She has 10 wins by decision, 5 wins by knockout or TKO, 1 win by submission. Her grappling defense can be questionable as well. She is 2-3 her last 5. I like Aleksi Grosso to pull out the win in this fight at the -250 on the money line. And then in the main event of the evening, you have Chris Dawkins against Curtis Blade. Dawkins is +290. +290 underdog. Blades is a -365 favorite. Dawkins is 12-4, coming off a loss to Derek Lewis. He's 4-1 in his last 5 fights. He has 1 win by decision, 11 wins by knockout or TKO. He has good boxing. His grappling's decent, but it's not elite. Blades has okay striking, but he has elite grappling. He's 4-1 in his last 5. He's going to have a 4-inch reach advantage in this fight. He has 5 wins by decision, 10 wins by knockout or TKO. And he also has good ground and pound. I like Blades to win this fight. I think he's going to get this fight to the ground. He's going to be able to get on top of Dawkins and be able to control Dawkins in that position. All right, that is all of the UFC fights for Saturday night. There is a PFL on Friday night if you're a fight fan as well. If you're a fight fan, you can go check that out. All right, before we get out of here, we'll get to my picks of the day. All right, my picks of the day. Let me get back over here to the games. All right, in the NBA, I like the Cleveland Cavaliers +5 against the Toronto Raptors. I like the Chicago Bulls money line against the Pelicans. I like the Indiana Pacers +12.5 against the Grizzlies. Phoenix Suns +4 against the Denver Nuggets. And then in college basketball in the Sweet 16 tonight, I'm going to give a pick for every game. I'm going to take Arkansas at the +10. I think this is going to be a real close game. And I'm taking Michigan +5 against Villanova. I can see either team winning this game, but I think it's going to be a real close game. So I'm taking Michigan +5. I'm taking Texas Tech money line over Duke. I'm going to take Arizona money line over Duke. So to recap, my picks for tonight are in the NCAA Sweet 16, Arizona money line, Texas Tech money line, Michigan +5, and Arkansas +10. In the NBA tonight, I'm taking the Cleveland Cavaliers +5, the Chicago Bulls money line, the Indiana Pacers +12.5, and the Phoenix Suns +4. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. We had a packed show. We broke down the NBA games for tonight, gave out our picks of the day for that. Talked NCAA Sweet 16, ready for tonight. Watch some great basketball. Don't forget, you'll be able to catch me tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern on Unscripted with Logan Landers. Come check us out. You can find us on the Unscripted Facebook page or on the ASAP Network tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So come join us for that. I'm also on ASAP in the morning at 10 a.m., usually Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. There is getting ready to be a couple big announcements that's going to come happen, and there'll be a little bit of a schedule change. but it's things. Hey, things are changing for the better. I think we have a pretty good, unique opportunity coming up. We're looking forward to that. I appreciate everybody joining us. Don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. We're giving out winners. Our picks were 6-2 yesterday. We're planning on not missing a game at all today. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Hit the like and follow button on Facebook and Twitch. Share with a friend. Tell a friend about us. We appreciate the support. We do have merch. Check out our merch store at streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch. You can see some of our t-shirts here behind me. I will have some of our GWR or new GWR shirts on hand here real soon. I'll post what they look like. If anybody would like to get one, that's get a hold of me. I'll have some of them on hand. Cool. Don't forget, we're live Monday, Wednesday, Friday with our sports talk show, GSR Gonzo Sports Room. Come join us. If you missed last night's show, go check it out. We talk about Kyrie Irving getting, basically, in my opinion, screwed with by the mayor of New York. Made Kyrie Irving sit out, but as soon as it's time for the Yankees to get ready to start, let's change the mandate. The mandate that could have been changed a month and a half ago. So go check. If you missed last night's episode, go check that out. We talk about that. We talk about Covington and Masvidal getting in a fight at a steakhouse. Talk about the Grizzlies Memphis Grizzlies being an underrated team. And we also talked about Matt Ryan going to the Colts last night. So go check that episode out. You can find it on YouTube, Facebook. We will see you guys tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money and Sports Betting Show. And we'll also see you tomorrow with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. Hope everybody's having a great day. Enjoy March Madness tonight. We will see you guys tomorrow. Come and join us tonight at 7 p.m. for Unscripted. Have a great day. Peace.